Hi everyone! So I saw a couple of my friends here on YouTube do their blush collections. Both my friend Mika and my friend Kitty have done theirs. So I got I got the inspiration, can't speak today, to do my blush collection. I've tried to find all my blushes, but I might have some that I've lent to my mom or something like that. So these are at least the blushes that I could find when I looked now. And I don't take with any blushes that is part of a palette, and I don't take my bronzers with. These are just my blushes. So yeah, if that sounds like something that you would like to see, then keep on watching and I would show you my blush collection. And as well, I will link Kitty's and Mika's blush videos down in the info bar if you want to see them. So we can start off with one of my most recent blushes, and it is my MAC blush in Gingerly. I am in love with this blush. Looks like this, the classic MAC packaging, and it says Gingerly on the back. And this is the color. I will try to swatch it on a white piece of paper, if you can get an idea of the color. It looks really brown, and it is a brown type of color, but it is a sheer tone, so you can apply it very lightly if you want. I have it on right now, and I don't know if maybe it got a bit too much today, but yeah, that is how it is. Then I have two of my e.l.f. blushes. The first one is part of the contouring blush and bronzing powder. Looks like this, and this was when they only had one color. And you can see that this blush is loved. I have been loving this blush so much, and I soon have to buy a new one. And I'll try to swatch it as best as I can. I don't know how it looks on the paper, but that is the color, and you can build this up as well. And then I have the e.l.f. blush in Blushing Rose, and it's a very dark color, and this I only can use with a stippling brush because otherwise it gets way too dark. And the color looks like that. So there's that color right there. So I don't know if you can tell, it is rather dark. And then I have two of my NYX blushes, and the first one that I got was Desert Rose, the number 17. Looks like this. And this is the color, a very dark color here as well. And also with this I can only use it with a stippling brush, otherwise it gets way too dark. And this one you should be able to see that it is crazy dark, very pigmented. It's that one right there. So I don't know, I got in my head I wanted a really dark blush, so I got this one. And the next one is a blush, but it doesn't look like a blush, and it's my NYX blush in taupe. Looks like this. I use this for contouring when I do contour. It's rather new, so I haven't used it that much yet. And the color is a matte brown with no orange in it, and it's so good because you can build it up to the desired effect that you want. But it is there right next to the crazy color. Right there. I don't know if you can tell that much. But it's very good because I am quite pale, so I can't have like a very dark bronzer like this bronzer. If you would put those side to side, you would directly see which one is the e.l.f. bronzer. I mean, that is the e.l.f. bronzer, and that is way too dark for me. That's why I haven't used that one. Then I have my Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. I have two of them. And the first one I got was E831E in Pearlescent Pink. and looks like this. It's a rosy blush with a light shimmer to it, like yeah, peachy pink rosy blush, and it's that one right there. I hope it shows up on the paper because it's kind of hard to swatch because I can't swatch all over my arm. And the other one is in 833 and it's in Mellow Wine and it looks like that. This is a matte blush. It's also a very dark blush, but if you use a light hand with it, it will look fine. And the swatch is right there, so I hope you can see that. And it is a very gorgeous color as well. And then I have some sleek blushes. My first ever sleek product that I bought was the Blush by 3. Packaging looks like this, so compared to like an e.l.f. blush, this holds 1 blush, this holds 3. So, and the colors are a bit crazy actually, and they are the colors Crochet, Juniper and Chantilly. So let's see here now, Chantilly, Juniper and Crochet. And I googled the heck out of this before I bought it, and they said this would be the best for fair skin, but I'm sorry, these are so crazy pigmented, and there are 2 mattes and 1 shimmery. So this one is Chantilly. Let's see here. That one is Chantilly. It's like an orange color-ish. And then here we have Juniper. Let's see here. It's that one right there. And they are so pigmented, so on me they don't look very good, but I really like them in anyway. And my friend said that Juniper would work as great as an eyeshadow, and I haven't actually tried that yet. And then we have the last one, and that was Crochet. There's like a blood orange, like red, like that one. So you see, they are very, very pigmented. And so that is my Blush by 3 it's in lace. I don't know if I said that, but this is in lace. And my other sleek product is the Face Form, and this is in Fair. So it's the same size as the Blush by 3, and this holds a bronzer and highlighter and a blush. Looks like this. And this is the hyped up rose gold blush from Sleek. So I will show that to you. It's also a very pigmented color, but it doesn't look as pigmented on the paper, but it looks like that. And it is, some say it's a dupe for NARS Orgasm, because it's a peachy pinkish peach, yeah, with gold shimmer in it. So that is that one. And then I have my Milani Baked Blushes, which I love, and I will start with the first one. All the packaging looks the same, and I will start with Luminoso, which I got in my swap with Kitty, and I love this blush. It's so gorgeous. It's a very light, almost, yeah, coral color almost. And that is the big swatch right there. If you can see it, I hope you can see it. I love this blush. And because I love that blush so much, I bought 2 others. And I bought Berry Amore. And it looks like that. And a swatch. This is more like a berry brownish color, mauve maybe. And let's see if you can see the swatch. It's right there. So that is Luminoso and that is Berry Amore. And the last one, which was very hyped up, is Corallina. And it's a very dark blush. Almost too dark for what I like at the moment. And it has a very big amount of glitter in them. So you can see if I can get a swatch on that. So let's see here now. That is Corallina, Berry Amore and Luminoso. So yeah, I don't know if you could see it on the paper, but it is very, very, very pigmented and very orange. I'll see if I can do a swatch on my hand actually. Maybe you can see it better with all three side by side. Let's see here. Maybe you can see that. That's Corallina, Berry Amore and Luminoso. And these two have a very big amount of glitter in them, and I have a bit problems sometimes with products with glitter. I get a reaction from them. So sometimes I can use them, sometimes I can't. But those were my Milani Baked blushes. Next up, I have some Vivo Cosmetics blushes. I have 2 baked blushes and I have 2 blush with highlighter duos. The first blush that I got was Peaches and Cream in shade 1. And the packaging looks like this. And that is what the color looks like. I love baked blushes. And this is a peachy color. See if you can see the swatch here. Maybe it looks dark, but it isn't that dark. So my next blushes are from Vivo Cosmetics, and I have 2 baked blushes and 2 blush with highlighter duos. The first one is Peaches and Cream, and the packaging looks like this, and there it is, the product, and the swatch is this one here. Hope you can see it right there. And this is a very natural and nice blush. And the next one is Cinnamon Glow, and this is the color. And the swatch, this is a very, very neutral, like almost brownish color, but it's very, very light, so it doesn't show up that well. That is the Cinnamon Glow, and that is the Peaches and Cream. And then I have my 2 blush with highlighter duos, and they look like this. The first one is Sweet Peach, which is this one, and the swatch of that, only the blush. These are more pigmented than the baked ones. So that is the Sweet Peach. Kind of pigmented, as you can see, but as always it is rather easy to share it out. You don't do quite as heavy swatch as I do now. And the other one is Sweet Sugar Candy, and that is, I think, the most pink blush that I own. I have another as well, but I've lent it to my mother, so I don't have it here. And yeah, this is a very pink color right there. Hope you can see it right there. So those are my Vivo blushes, and I have to switch the page on my notebook so I can show you the last of my blushes. And the next one is my Physicians Formula, and this is the Happy Booster in Bronze Rose. Looks like this, and my sister got this for me when she was in Canada last fall, and it has the bronzer and the blush, and the blush is very beautiful. It's a very pinky. You take all the 3 hearts together because then you get the very nice color. And that is that color right there. And yeah, the blush isn't the bronzer isn't that pigmented actually. And this was a heavy swatch, and you can see the color right there. So yeah, it's not that pigmented of a blush or bronzer, can't speak. Now I have 4 left, and we can start with a blush that I also got from my swap with Kitty, and this is the Catrice Defining Blush in Rosewood Forest. Packaging looks like this. It's a very gorgeous blush, and as far as I can tell, it is a matte blush. And a swatch. It is very pigmented. The swatch is right there, so you can see that is even more pigmented than the bronzer from the Physician Formula one. And this is a good, like, natural type blush. Next I have my Face Stockholm blush in Worship, maybe. Looks like this, without me blinding you with a mirror. And it's a quite dark color as well, like a peachy, coppery type color. And that is the swatch of that one right there. So it's also a very nice blush. The second to last blush that I have here is my Glossy Box blush, and it's in the color Glossy Rosewood, and it's Kryolan for Glossy Box. So Kryolan is I think a German brand, and this is the color is a cool toned pink, a matte color, and it is quite pigmented, as what I've got to know about Kryolan is pigmented. And that is the swatch of that one right there. It's the Glossy Box blush. Looks like that with the Glossy Box logo. And my last one, I think, has the most beautiful packaging. It's my Lancome Maison, my French is awful, Lancome, and it's looks like this on the outside, but on the inside it looks like this. It had some glitter on it as well, but since I've used it, it disappeared. So it has like 3 or 4 colors that you just blend together to get the blush, and it isn't that pigmented at all, so that's the downside with it, but it is just beautiful to have to show people. So I've tried to do a heavy swatch now, and that's what came out. You can barely see it, but it is, if I can describe it, like a peachy color. See if you can maybe see it right there. You can see an outline of it, I think. So yeah, these are my blush collections that I had at home right now anyway. And as I said, I have some others as well, but they are a bit scattered around. I think my mom has like 3 or 4 of them that I've lent her because she has no blushes, and I have quite a lot of them. And as I said, these are not any of the blushes that I have that are part of a palette or something like that. These are just my single blushes, like blush compacts. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you've done a collection like this, please video response it down below. And yeah, please as always comment, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in another video. Bye!